Back with SportsCenter's continuing coverage of the 144th Open Championship at St. Andrews and that iconic bridge. It sees a lot of golf traffic and weather every day. Got plenty on Friday. 42 golfers didn't finish. 114 did. Zach Johnson on the 6th hole backed up his 66. Solid day of 71.
Yeah, and he got off to a good, solid start. Birdie there after the birdie at the par 5 fifth. Unfortunately, there are a few squares in the card in the back 9.
Adam Scott, he is squareless here on the par 3 11th hole. Just a terrific tee shot.
Well, he's really playing some good, solid golf, and the second round was really set up with his great, solid finish of the first where he made 2 birdies in the last 3 holes, plus a par at the tough 17th.
There you see it, 5 under 67 and nothing but circles and no squares. That's good work there. 15th hole, Justin Rose. He gets it tight. His game coming around, playing well.
And this player is such a solid player. And you think maybe playing with Nick Faldo, would that have something to do with English? Nick was the last Englishman to win the Open. Could this happen for Justin?
1992, also playing with Ricky Fowler. And Fowler, he's 1 under, just hadn't made anything, whereas Justin Rose, at least he's got some squares, but he's made some birdies along the way. We have another candidate for Englishman to win. How about Danny Willett, 27-year-old, opened with 66. His second shot from the fairway. That's tidy.
Players are really able to take advantage of the softer playing conditions. Enough wedges in your hand, you're going to be able to control the spin, and he did that beautifully and knocked in some putts on top of it.
Makes that one 3 under 69. Got in the clubhouse, had the lead there. That fella, he went to school briefly, matriculated at Jacksonville State University in Alabama, so he's got some ties to the other side of the pond. But these guys, we come out, it was going to be horrible on Friday for all those guys in the morning. Instead, they get a torrential downpour, which helps them out because they don't have to play in it. What kind of break was that?
It rained so hard that they had to stop play, and that very seldom happens here, but they had like a half an inch in one of the hours, and it came down so hard they just stopped everything. Instead of playing 3 or 4 hours of golf in the rain and the wind, and there was still a lot of wind early in the day, they didn't have to do it all. And once they came out, the wind subsided a little bit. It started switching, and when it switches, it usually lays down, and they had the soft conditions and little wind, and they really made some birdies and really had a great break.
And lo and behold, they had sunshine. And better than that, they get to sleep in for a long time on Saturday. A couple other guys who get to sleep in on Saturday because they won't be here for the weekend, but guys that need to be recognized for their contributions to this championship to golf. Sir Nick Faldo playing for the last time here at St. Andrews, birdie 17. Who does that?
What a great deal. He struggled mightily on Thursday and came back and played 1 under par, birding maybe the hardest hole in golf. What a way to finish your career at St. Andrews.
Yep, he wants to play a couple more, go back and play one final time at Burkdale, where he started his career back in 1976. And then there's Tom Watson, 5 times the champ. As you see, he approaches the first tee. A little love from the wife, and then one final introduction to the Scottish fans.
On the tee from USA, Tom Watson.
That was an ovation. What it was a giant embrace from the folks that were here. And then can't win the race against time, but he went out there and tried to race par and the sun. And it was close. But you know what? Tom Watson's going to win again. Into the fading sunlight. Sunset here, 9:47. He walked off that bridge with his son at 9:47. Finished up with a bogey 5. Nobody in Scotland cared. He's got 5 championships and the love of a country for his work in this championship. Wife was there at the beginning. She's there at the end. You got to have a good woman to stand by you. Watson says goodbye.
I really can't put it in any better words than to say that the joy that I've had over the years filled up all the tears. I mean, I got on the first tee and I said to my son, I said, "Son, no tears. This is joy." There's so many great memories that I've had playing in the Open Championship, and the people with whom I've, my family, friends and family are here, and people whom I've associated with all these years and 40 years of Open Championship golf. It should be a joy. Let's go down the 18th hole and treat it like it should be.
Friends and family. We saw the family with his wife, his son, his friends. Andy North, you're here he express sort of what it means to him as you watch him? Your take on these last 2 days and what it meant to Tom Watson.
Well, in his interview with Tom Rinaldi, he's talked about how disappointed he was with the way he finished. He finished like a hack, to quote him. You know, that deep down, that really bothers him. He still is so competitive, and he's a player that obviously a great champion. He's enjoyed this game, and the love affair he's had with Scotland, it goes beyond that. He's had so much fun and so many great experiences over here. To be able to finish at St. Andrews is really special.
All-time champ says farewell. The defending champ's not here, so we need to work on a new champ, and that will happen on Saturday and Sunday. 2 rounds, well, 2 days in the book, not quite 2 rounds, but we will be here through the weekend until someone gets the claret jug. ESPN with all your coverage of the 144th Open Championship.